From a close look, this baby is suckling in vain. It appears a mother's breast milk is drying up, but to the child, this is the only hope. Children struggling to survive, staring at death. Food has become scarce, water a resource unheard of. Days just seem to drag on. These children are in pain, struggling from malnutrition. Parents, their only hope, have nothing to offer. Mothers are staring helplessly at their young ones, perhaps counting days, hoping against hope they will survive. But survival is an optimistic concept here. Women and children are getting weaker by the day from the effects of the worst drought in the Horn of Africa in 60 years, the hope of living fading by the day. According to UNICEF, over 385,000 children in Kenya are at risk of starving to death if aid does not reach them in the shortest time possible. 90,000 pregnant and lactating mothers are suffering from acute malnutrition. UNICEF is calling for immediate expansion of assistance across the Horn of Africa's drought-affected communities to address the dire need of more than 2 million children, half of whom are at imminent risk of dying.
It is a terrible thing in our world today that a baby should die from lack of food, from starvation. And it now requires the whole of the international community to do everything it can to stop what is already a terrible situation.
Young children and old women are the most vulnerable. Already 8 deaths have been reported in the Turkana region. UNICEF says women and children need immediate food rations to survive.
All of these people live on the edge in any case, and this perfect storm is tipping them over into really acute and severe needs.
The situation in Kenya has been made worse by the influx of Somali refugees at the Dadaab camp. Thousands of Somali nationals are streaming into Kenya, fleeing a harsh drought in their own country. Prime Minister Raila Odinga has called on the international community to set up feeding programs on the Somali side of the border to ensure those lacking food do not have to cross into Kenya. The Kenya government admits that it is overwhelmed by the refugee crisis in the country. The plight of millions of Kenyans left hungry by the harsh drought is worsening by the day. What needs to be done and by who? Angel Katusia for KTN, Sunday night.